The Bhagavad Gita spans 18 chapters. But here's something surprising. Krishna only speaks in 17 of them. That first chapter where Krishna remains silent might seem almost unnecessary. Yet it holds the key to the entire Gita. It's as if the chapter is a quiet test, asking us a crucial question. Are we ready to be Arjun? You see, Bhagavad Gita means the song of God. So why in a text name as God's own song do begin with a chapter where Krishna says nothing? Because chapter 1 is a mirror, a check. It doesn't ask if we are ready to hear the wisdom. It asks if we are ready to receive it. The first chapter is a subtle but profound invitation. It asks us, can we find Arjun within ourselves? As we prepare to confront our attachments, our bias and our fears as he did. Because if we aren't ready to take that step, if we aren't prepared to question ourselves, to stand in the middle of ground of our inner conflict, then the whole Bhagavad Gita becomes just a collection of verses. Without that readiness, without the willingness to face ourselves, the Gita's teaching remains out of reach. Mere words rather than transformative wisdom. In chapter 1, we see Arjun not as a hero but as a human being, trembling and conflicting, seeking clarity. When he asks Krishna to place his chariot in the middle of the battlefield, it's not just a strategy move. The movement captures Arjun's openness, his desire to see clearly, to understand his own heart, even if the truth he sees might be uncomfortable. To receive the wisdom of the Gita, we need to embody this very intent. Arjun sets Krishna to help him see from the middle ground, to stand in the space of clarity where the vision is neither clouded by attachment nor fear. And because Arjun's heart is open, Krishna answers. The openness, this willingness to see, is what transforms a conversation into a sacred teaching of the Gita. It's important to remember that Krishna had been Arjun's side for years. He didn't begin teaching the Gita until Arjun, overwhelmed with inner conflict, finally asked the right question. This wasn't just a question about the battle ahead. It was a question born from Arjun's desire to understand his role, his dharma, beyond his attachments and fear. Without Arjun's readiness to receive, without his willingness to confront his own mind, even Krishna's wisdom would have remained silent. Think about it. Sanjay, the narrator, was also hearing the entire Gita, word for word, but it doesn't transform him because he was merely observing, detached, removed. The Gita didn't become his guide because he wasn't ready to engage with it the way Arjun did. And this is a powerful reminder for us. Unless we are ready to listen as Arjun did, the Gita remains just a story. To unlock its wisdom, we must approach it with the same humility, the same vulnerability, and the same intent as Arjun. It's not Krishna alone that gives the Gita in depth. It's Arjun's openness that allows the wisdom to emerge. Krishna's words flow because Arjun asks from a place of sincerity and inner courage. He asks not for reassurance but for understanding. And that's where the power of the Gita lies. In the interaction between the teacher and the seeker. The one willing to see beyond personal desires, beyond the conflict of ego. So, as we continue through the Gita, let us ask ourselves, are we ready to be Arjun? Are we willing to step beyond comfort, to ask the right question, to face our bias and attachments? Because if we are not willing to do that, the Gita remains a beautiful text, but the one that cannot transform us. If we are willing, however, to find Arjun within ourselves, to seek the truth with sincerity, to confront our fears, to be guided by our highest consciousness, then the Gita opens up more than just words. It becomes a living guide, helping us to see life with clarity, to live from a place of deeper understanding and purpose. The first chapter is our invitation to see if we are truly ready, to ask if we are willing to stand in the middle of ground where our attachments and aspirations meet. It's a call to confront our own battlefield and prepare ourselves, as Arjun did, to receive wisdom that can guide us towards our highest self. So let's take this journey together. Let's not just read the Gita, but allow it to reach us in the way it reaches Arjun. Through a heart of willing to see, a mind willing to learn, and a spirit open to transform. But by the end of this series, my hope is that you will find a deeper, truer version of yourself, grounded in the courage and clarity. Subscribe, join the movement, and let's answer the call of our own inner conscience as Arjun did. Ready to face the truth, one verse at a time.